Marvin, go ahead.
Yeah, like I already said, it's there were parts where you just gets to you and you're like, "Argh." But I mean, all the same, it was worth it. It was very necessary.
What is the age of poverty in puberty in the Quran? What does the
It
Quran
is, you see,
define as age of
the
puberty?
Prophet ﷺ said, for you to be married, you must attain the age of puberty.
Yes.
And the puberty age is not defined by years. It's defined by one, when a girl starts menstruation. So a girl can start menstruation at 9, 10, 12, 13, 15. And when she starts seeing, when the breasts, are fully matured. And so it is not by age. That's what we are saying. And that is why that provision was made.
The political crinkle, or if you like, the political big jihad that has enveloped the politics of Rivers State for a period of time now has all the trappings of an odoriferous and I am maniacally bewildered.
In Rivers State, the secretariat of the party belonged to me, the vehicle dues, everything belongs to me.
You bought them?
Yes, I funded the party. There's no sitting on the fence. The battle before us, we cannot leave Goodluck alone. I will declare for the PDP. We will fight because this battle, there is no retreat, no surrender. We will not take any prisoner of war. If they say the blood of the dogs and the baboons will be soaked in water on the street, in blood on the street, in salt water on the street, we will help them soak them in blood.
That's all we can take on this edition of the program. Keep your comments coming through on our channels Beam on Twitter. So, it's goodbye from me, Victor Matthias, and the rest of the channel's web team. See you next week.
We know that our world is changing and so is everything in it. That includes what we eat. In many ways, the food we eat today tastes different from how it did about 20 years ago, thanks to changes in technology. And the technology we have today has gone beyond it being applied to only the machineries used in planting. Today, the seeds have also been genetically engineered. It has been said that the crops have contributed to food security and sustainability by increasing world crop production valued at $98.2 billion between 1996 and 2011. South Africa is said to have increased its biotech area by a record 0.6 million hectares to reach 2.9 million hectares. Sudan joined South Africa, Burkina Faso and Egypt to bring the total number of African biotech countries commercializing biotech crops to 4.
Cannot be the last in everything. Burkina Faso has cultivated 183,000 hectares under BT cotton. We are competing with Burkina Faso on the global market. Their cost of production is going down. Their farmers are held there doing cotton, while our farmers continue to apply massive amount of pesticides.
So far, advocates of GM and the biotech multinationals have succeeded in convincing a growing number of African leaders that the advantages of GM foods outweigh the disadvantages. The myths of GMOs include that they are higher yielding, are more nutritious and require less herbicides and pesticides. Another myth that is often peddled is that they are climate smart and can flourish in adverse weather conditions. Scientists independent from the biotech industry have shown through careful research that GMOs are not higher yielding than natural and conventional varieties.
And if you go to a country like Uganda, right, they have a deliberate government policy to promote organic agriculture. They've got hundreds of thousands of farmers in the organic sector, and they are making 3 times the price on the international markets for things like pineapples. So, maybe organic can't feed the world, but maybe in some places it can.
It has been seen that although the crops are often engineered to withstand herbicides produced by the same companies that produce the seeds, the weeds grow to resist the herbicides, and farmers are forced to keep raising the concentration of the herbicides, thus compounding the resulting harm to biodiversity of the areas affected. The ones engineered to kill pests have ended up sometimes killing unintended organisms. Some American farmers are already counting their costs on the impact of the genetically engineered herbicide-tolerant crops.
If I had the opportunity to grow non-genetically modified crops, again, like we had 10 years or so ago, that's the technology that we would go back to, the old technology, which is no technology at all. The faith in nature and the faith in plant breeders to be able to select plants for their best attributes so that they're the most productive.
Advocates of GM foods nonetheless insist that the adoption of GMO technology remains the best option of boosting food production in Nigeria in line with current global practices.
As I said earlier on the issue of the flood, it's all science. And you have to look at facts, not what everybody actually says. And I think that what is needed is not another country telling Nigeria what Nigeria needs. It's Nigerian scientists, Nigerian people, Nigerian customers and consumers determining what they need.
According to Greenpeace, 10 corporations control nearly 70% of the world's seed market. This corporate control of agriculture means farmers have less choice. While many might not see the danger of a technology that increases food production, African leaders and scientists are advised to be cautious about wholesale buying into an agricultural scheme that puts the fate of the entire continent and the larger world in the hands of a few mega corporations. Ayola Kasim reporting for Channel.
Thanks for staying with us. Welcome to News Track on Channels Television. I'm Joker Rogers.
And I'm Ayotunde Balogun. Here are some of the stories and reports that we're tracking right at this hour. Barely 18 months after the diplomatic face-off between Nigeria and South Africa, the federal government has started issuing new yellow fever cards. The Minister of Health, Professor Yebuchi Chukwu, who flagged off the event in Abuja, says the new yellow cards, also known as International Certificate of Vaccination and Prophylaxis, will replace the old yellow cards with effect from October the 1st.
He added that the international travelers need not risk their trips with fake vaccination cards and should obtain genuine ones at the Public Health Department of the Federal Ministry of Health. The cards are also available at the airports, seaports and land borders.
This is the 1,000 naira. You have their own code. Nobody can sign it. And this is who owns this? Me. Do you still maintain this?
We thought it was important for the minister to also do a formal flag off as part of the sensitization and creating awareness. As minister, when I go on the streets and I ask people, quite a number of Nigerians don't seem to appreciate that we have a new yellow card. And yet we have set a target of October, that by in October, that just next month, the old cards will no longer be valid. And we don't want Nigerians to get embarrassed when they are traveling. So we want to ensure that Nigerians are aware and they equip themselves with the new yellow card. However, the new one followed